Hanging hello, Let's Play fans, it's your old pal Berg787 back for a brand new episode of EU4, Europa Universalis IV, Common Sense, playing as Ethiopia, going for the Prester achievement. So, in the last episode, well, there's been a lot of war in all 2 episodes so far of the series. Last episode's a tough one to explain. We started in a war against Kaffa, and then we went into a war over here, and then, so we vassalized Kaffa, then we vassalized Medri Bakri. And by vassalising them, we ended up becoming the war leader in their war over here. Plus, just as we were vassalising them, Manchuria declared war on them, so we got in a war over here. We ended up getting out of the war over here by getting Adal to release Hara, and we promptly allied them. And now we're about to go and kick some Manchuria butts. Let's see how that works out. Meanwhile, come down here. We can unmothball this fort, I think. Be nice if it let me unmothball it. There we go. Oh, that's a 8 stack. Where do you think you're going? Into there? I think that might be the war goal as well, isn't it? So no, we don't want to let them have the war goal. That would be not good. Oh, who got there first? Can we get there in time? Oh shit, we just couldn't get there in time, which is a shame. What did we count as losing? What, did we get there just as they lost? It's really bizarre. So we technically lost our people. Oh, those couple of 100 men just died. Alright. Meanwhile, back at base camp. Build me some troops. There we go. We'll have 0 money. But we'll have plenty of soldiers. And we'll go and crush their Makurians. Problem is, they've got a lot of land, so it's going to take a little while. Come on, Kaffa, come up, start sieging their land. You know what? I'm going to go and tell them specifically to go and siege their land. Be pretty handy. If we go to Subject tab, military focus for subjects. Don't devise your own strategy. We'll try and siege as much. Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do in this specific situation. Siege as much land as possible. Meanwhile, where are my troops? They're almost built. Once these guys are up and available, it'd be very handy. Ah, look at you running away. Hold on one second. Can we get there first? So we'll get there on the 23rd. They'll get there on the 15th, which isn't great. But better to fight them over here with a river crossing than fight them in the highlands, that's for sure. And we'll get some more troops just to go and do some random sieges. Yeah, okay. We took a bit of a licking there on morale, but we're going to win the fight. That's the most important thing. Meanwhile, you go over here. Let's start carpet sieging them. Wow, they put up a good fight, though, I will say, these Mercurians. Very good fight indeed. Let's try and chase them down. It'd be pretty sweet if we could. Charge! No, we're not going to quite catch him. Our slow Ethiopian people. Look at this guy waving his arms around. Who's he? Oh, he's disappeared. Ooh, loads of stuff's going on. Yeah, we're just occupying provinces. Let me just pause for a second so we can occupy more provinces. You're going to take that. Soba. You know what that means in Serbo-Croatian? In Croatian, Serbian, Bosnian? It means room. There you go. Little fact for you there. Bet you're super interested in that, aren't you? Alright, let's go and crush them in Where is this? Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll crush them wherever it is. There we go. That's them getting crushed. Taking that. Move up here. You can detach siege. Actually, no, don't detach siege. We'll eventually get up there and do our own sieging. Are they going to unsiege? Oh, they've actually got enough people there, have they, to do that? Okay, good job. I didn't think 3,000 men was going to be enough, but it turns out it was. Actually, you move up all the way to the top. Oh no, you stay in the room. There you go. When you're done in the room, that's when you'll move over to Berber. To Dimitar Berbatov. And Wadi Halfa. It's a great name, that. This is what happens, Mercuria, when you do stuff that angers the great Ethiopian empire. Oh, what are you doing just hanging out there? Come down here. Cool. Alright. Then Alodia will be released, and then we'll have Alodia as an ally. At least I think that's what I'm going to plan to do. I don't really see the negatives in that. I mean, I could take the land for myself, but we've kind of discussed this before. For the time being, I kind of want my admin power to get religious ideas A, S, A, and P. They are the important parts. We have raised war tax, haven't we? I'm actually making some dough here. I presume it's from all the pillaging that we're doing. Because that's something new that if you haven't noticed in the previous, if you've not played Common Sense yet, as you can see here, we are looting the province. We are going to take 0.15 next month because we've only got one stack there, which is more than what it costs. The regiment costs, I believe. If we just go here, oh no, it's not. It's 0.18, so not quite as much as it costs, but they're almost paying for themselves, which is kind of good. It's kind of like having them on low maintenance while they're looting, which is very good. So we've taken that. So we've taken pretty much all of it apart from the capital there. Meanwhile, so if I went to, let's say, release Alodia, would they? No, they wouldn't be. But you know why? Because I don't occupy any forts in the area, and since there's only one fort in the area, we're going to have to go and occupy it, aren't we? Kind of makes sense. That'll be still under, won't it? Yeah, it's 11,000. Apparently not. If I click on my army, I don't understand why I would be taking so much attrition. Oh, you know why? Because the actual size of my army is massive. It's just being reinforced, that's why. Reinforced. Alright, actually we've reached the stage where we can probably jump it up to speed 5. Speedos 5os. What else is going on while that's happening? Alodia seem to have fought back in this war against Wasangali. Wasangali seem to have a lot of that sieged, but not anymore. You know what? No, let's not. I don't want to spend that 50 points. Because this war is almost done. We're not massively away from doing the war. Plus, all this looting that's going on is pretty good as well. It's kind of paying for itself to a certain degree. Come on now. Fall. What's the name of their capital? Oh, Dongola. Dongla. Hassa. Anyway, while that's all happening, let's see what's going on in Europe. Anything interesting? Anything kind of crazy? England still has all their holding. Has Provence got bigger? Actually, no, yeah, Provence took Brittany. Okay, that's interesting. And Provence doing pretty well. Unhappiness amongst the merchants. Conflict and protests over taxes, corporations, port duties, native, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we can lose 50 Diplo points, or we can lose 1 mercantilism. I think I'll take the Diplo point loss at the moment. What else is going on over here? Is that Poland whooping on the Teutonic Order? Kind of looks like that. Yep. England has taken bits of Scotland. Denmark still has their personal union over Norway and Sweden. And Holstein is a vassal. Alright, good times. All of this kind of looks the same. Granada's being sieged by Spain. Oh, right, okay, it fell, did it? Wish it had told me, but no, never mind. Better late than never, I suppose. Alright. Makuria, my friends. Release Alodia. You can give up your claims in Ethiopia. You can give up your claims over there. And you can give me some war reparations. Alright, thanks. See you later. Did they release Alodia? What did I just do? That seems a bit bizarre. What happened there? Didn't I... I swear I clicked to release Alodia. Oh well. Maybe I didn't. So what the hell did I take? How do I find that out without reviewing the video? Oh well. Suppose it is what it is. What the hell did I click on? Well, I'll have to review what I did at the end of the episode, because I have no idea. I could have sworn I clicked the right buttons. I must have just taken war reparations and got them to renounce their claims. I must have like double-clicked on release it and unclicked it, if you will. Oh well, when can I go to war with them again? Not for another 9 years. Alright, Elodie will have to wait, I suppose. Where do I have rebels? In loads of places, but these rebels in Sida... Okay, oh shit, okay, these rebels... Okay, I'm going to have quite a few rebels coming up in anytime soon. Most notably here in Arsi, Ankoba, Shiwa... Alright, where are all these places? Alright, so down here in the mountains. Fucking awesome. Just where you want rebels to be. Just exactly where you want rebels to be, popping up in mountains. Because, you know... That's exactly how you should fight them. You know what I need to do? Consolidate my army. There we go. Wallows 2nd Regiment. What a great name. Which specific province out of all of this has the most risk at rebellion? Because I feel like there's loads of shit's going on. Ethiopian peasants. Is this what it is? All these Ethiopian peasants in the mountains. Oh, they're not that hard. Peasants usually you can beat the shit out of. Which specific province was it again? Oh, they're all the same, and they're only just lowered because I'm in RC. Yeah. Alright, but we'll stay there for the time being. Not like we've got much else to do. I'm so annoyed about that. It really pissed me off. When can we annex you? Well, we can't at the moment because we're not high enough. We need to be at 190 over here, but just in theory. 59. Alright, in 6 years' time. Why don't we start improving some relations over here? Yeah, certainly. Because I do want to annex you, because I want that fucking gold mine. That gold mine is worth a lot of money. A lot of money. Also, yeah, with base production below 10, there's no risk of gold mine depleting, which is pretty good. You don't want to run out of gold. So base production, I'm presuming, is specifically this base production. I don't think that's going to be getting up to 10 anytime soon. I don't think they mean development, actual total development, because then it would say development, wouldn't it? No, base production. So as long as that's under 10. Yeah, base production is free, so that is exactly what it meant. Wonderful. This war's still going on, eh? It's a shame, because our manpower is so low at the moment. I think it's basically we're going to be into a little cocoon stage now, which is not fun when you're playing like a one-player game, like, you know, you're doing a commentary. But, you know, sometimes you do need to pause, take breath, and all that jazz. So this is the moment for that. You know what? Also, actually, this is probably a good time to stop that quest to conquer. Yeah, we don't need Massawa, that province by the sea, because we've got them as a vassal for the time being. So better off getting another quest in a year's time, or a mission. Let's call them quests. Quest sounds better, but it sounds a bit more something like you'd get in Crusader Kings 2. A quest for a noble steed, rather than you know, EU4. EU4, I suppose you would get a mission, wouldn't you? It's very statesman-like. But anyway, oh, okay. So here are these peasants. Peasants. All right, let's go and fight the 9,000, the 9 stack first. That seems like a good idea. We'll steam in there. Ah, there comes some help from our ally Kaffa. Oh, fucking hell, it's quite rough up in the mountains there, isn't it? But it is what it is. We'll beat them with or without Kaffa's help. Good. We'll beat them, and then we'll come down here, and these are still mountains as well. Piss take all this fucking mountain bullshit, man. Why is there so many... Oh, no, actually, you know what? Oh, crap. Jumped in with very low morale. That was a bit of a silly move from me. Now we're going to get beat, stupidly. Should have waited for our morale to recover, but never mind. I mean, we'll beat them later. Look at them, they think they're hard now. They're like, yeah, look, we kicked the army. Look at us, we're bad boys. Bad boys for life. But you're not bad boys for life. You're bad boys for the foreseeable few more months of 1454. Until my army marches back and kicks the shit out of you. Let's consolidate some more. We don't have the manpower. Right, I can probably slow this down now as well. Alright. Let's hold tight. Catch our breath. And then march back in here and kick some peasant butt. Peasant behind. And maybe the first army of Kaffa could actually get involved for once. That would be kind of handy if they just jumped in. You know, whatever. Don't just hang out there, you know, do whatever. But maybe just jump in the war. while I'm waiting for my... So you've only got one more left. That's quite nice against Wasingali. And that is it. It's just a straight up fight. How comes Wasingali are winning it? Doesn't make much sense. Well, they are... Where are you coming? Are you coming to fight me? Wow, look at that. They just jumped in to fight me. What stupid peasants. Thanks, though. Made my life a lot easier. And we are done. Well, we're done once I unsiege that. So what more rebels are we going to be dealing with in the foreseeable future? Kaffa separatists. Where are these guys? In Angot and Dawaro. Well, Angot is... Alright, so that's Dawaro. Where's Angot then? It's a bit strange. Alright, okay, so... They're really far apart. What is that actually about? Adalan separatists. Is that it? Alright. Dawaro's mountains. Angot is dry land. So we definitely want to go and hang out in the mountains because they pop there. In much nicer fight for us since they're going to have a lot of negatives. Whereas the dry land chaps, we can beat her in our own time. So annoyed about not releasing Elodia. Annoyed the hell out of me. Noble families request aid. We can give up some cash or lose admin points. I will gladly give up the cash for now. Good thing though that we don't have to worry too much about Manchuria is that they are actually Shia. So they have an even worse time of it than us in terms of being religiously hemmed in. Because not a lot of Shia out there either, so they're not really going to have many allies themselves. So when we do want to go and beat the shit out of them again, we should be able to beat the shit out of them, well, me and my vassals. So we'll be certainly in our favour. What's going on here? Manpower. I never ever complete that quest, so I don't even though that is technically what I want to be doing right now, I'm not going to bother clicking it because I never do it. Incorporate Madribari into our country. That's fine, but first on the list is Kaffa. Protect our brethren in Butana. Where is Butana? Is it over here? It is over here. Well, I don't have a CB against them anyway. I mean, I can't go fight them anytime soon, but I do have a CB. I'm not going to go and do it. So basically, I've got no good quests. What is my actual manpower limit? So 18,000, and I'm getting 155 back each month. So that's 1,155 would be after 10 months, so 1,400. So in 10 years of doing nothing, I wouldn't be out there. So let's just forget about that quest. Let's just leave it. Maybe we'll get a better quest at some stage. And meanwhile, I don't need my manpower to recover up all the way, but at least get it back to around 10,000. That would make life a little bit easier. Enable me to go and do shit. And I do want this province as well, Zelia. As I discussed in the intro video, you can see it is a coastal centre of trade, which gives me plus 20% trade power over here. Plus it gives me access to the sea, and I do want some light ships as well to go and protect trade and all that jazz. What's going on here? Oh, Kaffa offered me a raw orange. Yeah, of course, Kaffa, why not? How are we doing over here? 131. Alright, we'll get up there. And when was it? 56? I think it was 56. 1456 that we could actually annex you. Oh no, 59. Alright, so basically 3 more years. What happened here? Gondor. Something Gondor. Didn't see what it was. Aha, okay. Adal has announced Terrar as a new rival. Good for them. We can get to military tech level 4. Woohoo. Woohoo indeed. Didn't actually do anything, but you know, didn't give us any more new soldiers, but is what it is. Still military tech level 4 does give us more boost to, you know, morale and all that jazz. Is it going to give us a better mission? No, it's not going to give us a better mission. Venice has announced Austria as their new rival. That's a shock horror. Very rare that they're not rivals, but let's just go and have a look, see what's going on back in Europe. Yeah, nothing other than that Provence eating Brittany thing. Not really an awful lot. Serbia has taken temporary control Oh, is it them who's taken Ragusa? No, it's Venice took Ragusa. Alright. But I say temporary control because all of this is pretty much temporary. Oh, who holds Albania? Venice have Albania. Very interesting. You don't often see Albania be anything other than an early meal for the Ottomans, but there you go. Good for Venice. Good on Venice, eh? Good Venice over here as well. Venice flexing their muscles. Oh, Bohemia, look at them as well, split. Interesting. Looks like Europe's being very fun without me. Ooh, big powerful Timurids. Oh, Vijayanagar is beating the shit out of Bahmanis. And that's pretty much about it on the watch of the world. Let's go back over here and see what the dealio is. So what are we doing? Really waiting for waiting for crazy peasants to pop? No. We do have some other rebels who are in the area. Who was it again? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, Adalan separatists. So, well, they're coming. They're coming soon. 8.3 years. Oh, 9.2 years. When I say they're coming soon, they're not coming soon. They're actually getting further away. Yet the chance is rising. Strange. Faction has a 0.8 chance of increasing their progress by 10% each month. So less than 1% chance of increasing that to 100 and popping. If they pop, that would be fairly unlucky, must be said. But, you know, things happen. How much further are we away from getting our national ID? Oh, very near, I think. Yeah, 50. Oh, right, okay, so in a couple of months. And then we will be able to finally pick religious ideas. And then we still won't be actually in a position to be able to start converting fully. Because it's still going to cost us too much. And it's going to be too slow a process. But once we get a couple of ideas thrown out the way, most noticeably this one, Divine Supremacy, then we can really start to convert and unify our country religiously under the Coptic banner. Coptic banner. Alright, so up to 3,000. Basically, once we get to about 10,000 manpower, I'm going to look to go and smash up Adal. Quite how much of it I'm going to take, I'm not sure just yet. I have to have a little think about it. I could take all 4 of these provinces. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see. Oh, here we are. So cool. That has got us up to here. Excellent. Production efficiency has gone up by 10. Excellent minister. We've been lucky enough to appoint an excellent minister whose actions will most likely greatly benefit our realm. So we can reap the administrative benefits. So we gain 1 stability, 25 prestige, and 40 admin points. I quite like the sound of that. Or, oh, that is pretty good. Gain 100 military power and navy and army tradition 10. So when we go and get a general who's actually a general, not our heir or something like that, we should get a pretty good one. But I would rather take this. But it's a tough one. It's a close decision. I would certainly take that. If I was at maybe like stability 2 or something like that, maybe I wouldn't have taken it. But I do like being at plus stability. Meanwhile, let's come over here. We'll take religious ideas. Boom, shakalaka straight away. Good times. So yeah, because we've gone back up to +1 stability. The country's stable enough for us to be able to do some converting. But as you can see, again, I'm not going to be spending 555 months trying to convert 1 fucking province when it's going to cost me loads of money. No, sir. I am not a crazy man. I could lower my army maintenance, although how much is it actually going to save me? Like 1. I don't really like doing it in general. I think I'd rather just keep it where it is. I mean, if I was losing money because of it, then maybe I'd consider it. But, you know, 2.5 or 3.2, it's like I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Still collecting that 0.1 ducat a month from the Gulf of Aden. Well, that will change one day. I'll be collecting loads of money from there one day. But not any day soon. No, but once I get, as I said, like, look, once I take that, and that, and that, yeah, then I'm going to have full control of there. Then I'll have like 60% just from those 3 ports. With that 60% of almost 3 ducats, it probably will be about 3 by then. It's quite a bit of, that's quite a bit of cash. Certainly be living with that, living the high life, spending my ducats on all kinds of crazy stuff, like monuments and forts, and you know, having a standing army and all that. Pretty cool. Meanwhile, we've been on speed 5 for a long time. I hope my computer doesn't blow up. think it's the longest prolonged Celeste of Speed 5 I've ever had on the game. Why can't it achieve religious unity? Well, that is something that we will look to take at some stage, but it's not something that we're going to actually realistically going to be able to do for many, many a year. So forget about that. You know what I might do whilst I'm still waiting to get more admin points, because I want to kind of burn through to get up to at least to get up to, as I mentioned, that 4th level as quickly as possible. What I might do instead of actually going to war with Adal is actually go back to war against Mercuria, this time properly release Alodia, because it would be nice to have another ally, although that's another 5 years away, so maybe not. I don't know, we'll see. Oh shit, and I've just realised what the time is. We've gone well over time on episode, considering there wasn't an awful lot going on in that last part, apart from me waffling on. But there you go. Right, hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching. We shall see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye.